Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on January 12th, 2023, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man. And my feature play usually every day is my $15 NBA Jam session play, man. We had a winner last night on that play in a no sweat with the Denver Chicken Nuggets, man. Love to see that. And we want to keep that momentum rolling forward as we have hit 3 of our last 4 on that play, man. And we've having a nice NBA and college basketball week. So don't be afraid to hop on something long term, man. When you do that, man, you get all of my plays for the duration of the package that you picked up, man. So scoop that up, or you can continue buying plays individually, however you want to do it, man. The best thing to do is to hop on a package, though. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I typically update y'all on late injury news. And if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man, we got a 6-game card tonight. We want to smash it per usual. We had a rough night jam session-wise last night. 2-1 premium night, but jam session was not a great night, man. We want to bounce back from that, man. So without further ado, let's try to smash tonight, and let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, a.k.a. the Cover Buddies, man, on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia home favorites laying 10, total 233, man. The Cover Buddies got that nickname for a reason, man, as they are now the best cover team in the NBA, 25-16 this season against the spread, covering in 61% of their games, man. And tonight, man, I'm going to grab the points with them again, man. In a small lean, though. 9 times out of 10, I'm not playing this game, as Philadelphia is the 3rd best cover team in the NBA, 23-16-1, covering in 59% of their games, man. Philadelphia has been dominant on their home floor as well this season. The best home cover team in the NBA is the Philadelphia 76ers right now, 15-7-1 against the spread this season, covering in 68.2% of their home games. Oklahoma City, though, man, one of the better road cover teams in the NBA, man, as they are 11-8 against the spread out on the road, covering in 57.9% of their road games. It's a trend buster game, man. This is a really tough one. I do lean Thunder, man. I think they can keep this one competitive. I like what I've seen from them here recently. They've covered in, what, 4 straight games? Or no, they've covered in 4 of their last 5. They did lose their last one against Miami. They covered, beat Dallas straight up covered, beat Washington straight up covered. They did lose to the Magic, did not cover, but they blew out the Boston Celtics 150-117. They're working with revenge, as the Sixers did beat them 115-96 earlier in the season. It's a tough one, man. I just think that if I were playing this one, I would much rather have the points in my back pocket. I know Philly has been dominant in their own right at home. They've won 4 of their last 5, beat up on some pretty weak teams as well. They're getting healthy. But for me in this one, I'd much rather have the points in my back pocket if I were playing it at all. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got a really good one, man. We got the 2 hottest teams in basketball right now, the Boston Celtics, out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. Boston road favorites laying 2.5, total 228. For me in this one, man, I am going to take Boston in a lean and lay the 2.5. I think Boston is just a better team right now. I like what I've seen from them. They've won 4 straight. We've already seen these 2 teams match up once this season. That game was in Brooklyn, and Boston won that one 103-92 on the 4th of December. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if this one went about the same way, man. We still know Kevin Durant for the Brooklyn Nets, as he will be out 2 to 3 weeks with the knee sprain. Brooklyn, though, they still have been playing really good basketball, man. They've won 4 of their last 5 as well. They've been playing some really great basketball, but they've played 4 of their last 5 all out on the road, man, and I just don't like the spot for them. I think Boston is the better team. I think Boston was the better team even if Kevin Durant played. I think Boston is the better team. We're only laying a bucket with Boston in this one, under 3. So for me, I like Celtics in this one. I think they do go in here, get themselves a road win, playing some really great basketball right now. Give me the Celtics. I'll lay the 2.5 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the Miami Heat. Miami home favorites laying 2.5, total 233, man. I wish I had some music or something to cue up, because y'all already know what we're doing in this one, man. We're continuing to fade the worst home cover team in all of the NBA, man, in the Miami Heat, man. 6-14-1 against the spread this season on their home floor, only covering in 30% of their home games, man. And now they facing the Milwaukee Bucks. I know Milwaukee is on a back-to-back after winning last night, 114-105, but I like what I've seen from Milwaukee here recently, man, as they've won 4 of their last 5, including 3 of those out on the road, man. Milwaukee was struggling before those 3 out on the road, man, but it looks like they've put that behind them. I am a little nervous about Milwaukee sitting some guys in this one, but y'all know me, man. I'm continuing to fade the #1 team on my do not bet list in the Miami Heat. Continuing to fade the worst home cover team in the NBA in the Miami Heat. One more time, 6-14-1 this season against the spread on their home floor, covering in only 30% of their home games, man. One of my favorite things to do and one of my favorite teams to fade is the Miami Heat, man. They have been playing some better basketball here recently. I will give them a little credit. They've won 3 of their last 5. A lot of that damage, though, was done out on the road, man. They returned home. They've played 2 straight home games. Brooklyn beat them 102-101. Miami did get the cover in that one, in that home loss. The next one, they did beat Oklahoma City 112-111. Failed to cover in that one. We were on Oklahoma City in that one for sure. And I think Milwaukee can come in here and get themselves a road win, man. But I'll take the 2.5 in my back pocket here in this one, man. So, yeah, give me Milwaukee plus the 2.5 here in this matchup tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors home favorites laying 7.5, total 232. For me in this one, man, as much as I don't want to, as much as I don't like to lay points with the Toronto Raptors, man, I think in this one it is in order that we go ahead and do so. We just saw these 2 teams play 2 nights ago, man. Y'all know how I feel about these situations. Typically, the team that does it in the first one, they take a night off and they play again in the second one, man. The team that did it the first time does it again in the second one, man. Hence why I think the Raptors do bounce back, man, and lay the points at home. The Raptors were not playing great basketball here over the last month or so, especially not at home. They were terrible, to be honest. They had only won like 2 of 9 home games, man, which is really uncharacteristic for this Toronto Raptors team, man. But they've turned it around here recently and winning and covering in their last 2 home games against the Portland Trail Blazers, 117-105, and Charlotte the other night, 132-120. Totality this season, they've been okay, 12-11 this season on their home floor against the spread, covering in 52.2% of their home games, man. It's hard to get there at all with this Hornets team, as they've lost 4 of their last 5, have been dominated in most of those, man. I'm going to take the Raptors here in this one. I do think they continue to start to play better basketball at home. They're getting back healthier, and I think they're just a flat-out better team here in this one. So I'll lay the points with the Toronto Raptors on their home floor here in this one tonight. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Cleveland road favorites laying 3, total 221, man. Laying points with Cleveland on the road just doesn't seem like a great idea. The 3rd worst road cover team in the NBA. Cleveland at home, straight money. Cleveland on the road, the complete opposite. 6-12-2 this season. Out on the road are the Cleveland Cavaliers, only covering in 33.3% of their home games, man. This is going to be their 4th straight road game as well. I do not like the spot for Cleveland here in this one, man. The Portland Trail Blazers, they are working with revenge, as Cleveland did beat them on the 23rd of November, 114-96, man. I think Portland does cover this spread plus the 3, and I would not be shocked in the slightest if Portland won this game outright. I think this is a nice get-right opportunity and bounce-back spot for this Portland Trail Blazers team, man, as they have lost 4 straight games, man. A lot of the damage was done out on the road, man, but they did just lose their last game out on their home floor against the Orlando Magic, 109-106. And a game I was on them, man, that one hurt. I thought that was going to be the bounce-back spot for them. It wasn't. But I think tonight very well could be, man. Like I said, I don't like the spot at all for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think Portland, man, one of the better cover teams in all of the NBA, man, this season. I think they can definitely use this as a bounce-back opportunity on their home floor. 22-18 overall this season are the Portland Trailblazers against the spread, covering in 55% of their games. And they have been pretty solid at home this season as well, as Portland is 10-6 against the spread on their home floor, covering in 62.5% of their home games, man. Everything for me is pointing to Portland. I know Damian Lillard is on this injury report. It's questionable, but for me, I think 9 times out of 10 he's playing. And even if he doesn't and this line grows, I'm telling you, I still like the spot for the Blazers. They still a pretty deep team, man, and at home where they've played their best basketball all season, facing a Cleveland team who struggles on the road, man, I think the Blazers use this as a bounce-back opportunity, man. So in our last matchup of the night, give me the Blazers plus the 3. I wouldn't be mad if you sprinkle some on the money line as well. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Dallas Mavericks out on the road facing the Los Angeles Lakers. Dallas laying 3, total 233.5, man. Let's call a spade, man. My favorite team is far from a money-making team this season in the Dallas Mavericks. They're actually the worst money-making team in the NBA, as they are the worst cover team in the NBA. 14-26-2 this season against the spread. That's a league worst. Only covering in 35% of their games this season. It's even worse than the Miami Heat, man, who is just one slot above them. But the Mavs, man, have not been playing great basketball. But tonight, man, I think we throw that out the window. A lot of that damage is done with Mavericks being huge favorites. We're only laying 3 in this one. I'll lay it here with the Dallas Mavericks. I think they are the better team. We've seen them beat up on this Lakers team once already this season on Christmas Day, and that when the score was 124-115, although it was really worse than that. The Lakers kind of made a run there in the end. The Mavs had the 51-point third quarter in that game, man, and I think after losing back-to-back games, I think the MVP favorite in my mind, Luka Doncic, just comes in here and has a really amazing game and beats up on this Lakers team, man. I will give the Lakers some credit, as they have been playing some great basketball here recently, man. They've won 4 of their last 5. They just lost their last one out against the Denver Nuggets, 122-109, and I think they lose back-to-back games, man. I think the Mavs are the better team. I think they have the better player in Luka Doncic. LeBron is probably my all-time favorite player, but he's getting up there in age, man, and he can't keep carrying this team every night, man. Some nights he can get up there and do it, but not every night, man. And tonight, I think Luka Doncic just goes crazy on these Los Angeles Lakers, man. So, yeah, I might call it a homer pick in the comments, and I get it. I understand it. But for me in this one, I am taking the worst home cover team. I mean, not the home cover. The worst cover team in all of the NBA to get this one done. We're not laying 6 or 7 or 8 like we usually are with the Mavs. We're only laying 3, which is a bucket. I think they win the game. And so I'll lay the 3 here with the Mavericks in this matchup tonight. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on January 12th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. And if you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click that link in the description. It takes you right to my handicapper page, man. And on that page, my feature play every day is usually my $15 NBA Jam Session play, man. We hit last night in a no sweat with the Denver Chicken Nuggets, man. Love to see it. We've hit 3 of our last 4. Want to keep that momentum rolling forward. We're in the middle of a nice premium week in the NBA as well. So don't be afraid to hop on one of those long-term packages as well, man. Save yourself some money and get every bet that releases in the time frame of the package that you get, man. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I usually update y'all on late injury news. And if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. Let's make some money tonight, man. Thank y'all for watching again. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. Talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.